welcome to The Journey. My name is Nayoka Asiedu and I have fantastic interviews lined up for you today. I will be speaking to Derek Adai, who is the founder and CEO of GIL Corporation Limited, the founders of Freshers Club clothing line, Francis Broby and Richard Ampe, and two models, not one but two models, Karen Bengo and Rissikat Bade from Britain and Ireland's Next Top Model. I hope you're excited because I cannot wait to hear what these guys have to say. So stay tuned. We will be back in 3, 2, 1. Hello Rissikat.
Hello.
Welcome to The Journey. It's so
you.
fantastic to host you. It's such a pleasure already and I haven't even started. Thank you. How was your journey here today?
It wasn't too bad.
Okay.
Yeah, I've been here actually just a couple of weeks ago for Salon International for a job, so
Wow.
I knew.
How did that go?
It was fun.
Okay.
Yes.
Fantastic. Now your full name is Rissikat Bade or is it
Rissikat Bade.
rolls right off your tongue?
Oh yeah, I've said it so many
But I
times.
think you've shortened it to Rissikat Bade or Bade?
Yeah, yes, I
Why
have.
did you do that? Why did you decide to make
Actually, it's funny because my sister, my younger sister, she had Facebook before me, and she made her Facebook as Rita Bade, not Oya Bade.
I see.
And I just decided to do the same, just so that I don't give out too much of my personal information out there. Yeah, and then later on I did Miss London and Miss England, and because a lot of it was through Facebook,
Yes.
people started publishing my name as Rissikat Bade, you know, so it wasn't intentional, but,
Okay.
you know, just go with the flow.
We must. So where do you originate from?
My mother is Russian and my dad is Nigerian,
Oh,
so
lovely.
I'm mixed.
What a
Yes.
stunning mix that is.
Thank you.
Okay, now not only were you formerly on Britain and Ireland's Next Top Model, but you were also crowned Miss London
Yeah.
2011. Fantastic.
Yes.
What was that like?
That was an amazing experience. I actually went into this whole beauty pageantry because I auditioned for Britain's Next Top Model maybe 3 years every year. And the last time when they didn't get me through, I said, you know what, let me try my luck in beauty pageantry. And I tried my luck and
Won!
I
Oh
won,
my
yeah. And
gosh.
then I came as a first runner-up on Miss England as well, so I came really close to going to Miss World.
Phenomenal.
It was an amazing experience, and I did think of maybe doing it again, but I don't know. I think because it happened by accident, that's why it was so great.
Okay.
So, yeah.
How did you apply? You say it was by accident.
No, I didn't apply by accident. I applied. I applied maybe like for 4 different pageants that year.
Okay.
Yeah, and then Miss England got back to me, and there was this lovely woman, Faye Hill, who actually organized Miss London, and she really pushed me to take part because at the time I had exams and I was doubting myself. I thought, why should I do it? Maybe I will not even win, and it will be another disappointment. But yeah, she told me go for it, and then my fiance was really supportive as well.
Lovely.
Yeah, so.
Love a good man.
Yes,
Rissikat.
yes. He even designed my dress. So he
Beautiful.
made it with his hands.
He's a designer.
Yes, he's a designer, but not necessarily a clothes designer,
Okay.
but more of an industrial designer. So
I see.
very creative.
Now, did you ever think that you would win Miss London? Did you go in with that?
No, I
forefront in mind?
didn't. I didn't. Because it was something new, I
Yeah.
felt a little bit more comfortable because beauty pageants, they're not as tough as modeling.
Modeling, yeah.
There you can enjoy yourself a bit more. You can show your personality more. So that was interesting for me because I could show the other
Yeah.
side to myself. But yeah, it was a great experience. I loved it.
Fantastic. Now, let's talk about Britain and Ireland's Next Top Model.
Yeah.
What was that like, the experience as a whole?
Actually, I auditioned for Britain's Next Top Model the same year when I won Miss London.
Wow.
And I said to myself, I will never audition again.
And you
because
did.
because they keep on rejecting me, and each year I would go a bit further, like to the bootcamp stage or almost there, but never in the house.
Right.
And I decided that on the day of the audition I will go and see my friends, and then it turned out that the auditions was next to where my friend lives.
Right. Okay.
So I said, okay, I might as well, you know, just go there. And then I went, and yeah, I got through, and it was an incredible experience, honestly. People always say that reality TV show, it's rubbish, blah blah blah. Yes, it's rubbish. I don't like watching it. I don't watch reality TV at all.
Wow.
At all. I mean, I don't watch TV at all. But reality TV as well. But then when you're in the competition and you get to travel around the world for free, and there's people who care for you, every day you're doing something different. Yes,
amazing.
and you meet all these people that you always wanted to work with. So
you said you don't watch TV much at all.
No.
Do you prefer reading?
I do read.
Yeah.
But it's not that I choose reading over television, but it's just...
You prefer dancing around the house?
Yeah. I find it hard watching TV because
I can understand that.
most of it nowadays has the same structure and you kind of know what's going to happen next, and not very
Okay, so what was it like living with all of the contestants? They were all girls as well.
Yes, actually the production team said many times that we've been the most friendliest cast that they have ever had.
I watched it, I think so.
It was very hard to make us argue because obviously, it's a reality TV show, so they want a bit of drama, they want to see the ups and downs.
Of course.
But because we're all young girls and we're all in the same situation, away from our family and friends, so we're sharing this experience together, so no one really wants to be nasty to each other.
Yeah.
Everyone wants to have a good memory for it. There was a couple of clashes anyways, and it's
normal.
normal.
People,
and we live together
strangers,
in the same place for every day, we sleep together, we eat together, so it's hard.
Of course, you fight with siblings, how much more complete strangers,
Exactly.
you know what I mean? So, what were the judges like? That face alone tells me everything I need to know. I could just shut down this interview. That was
the judges, the judges were great.
I'm sure, everyone's different.
Yeah,
I'm sure
everyone's
you warmed
different.
up to some of them.
For the judges, obviously, they all have different career paths.
Yeah,
and
this is true.
They're also in this reality TV show because it's part of their work.
Of course.
And actually, it's funny, but I think that Julian, he's the only one who is a designer.
Yes.
And Tyson and Elle McPherson, they're models. And Whitney Port, she was on a reality TV show before. She's now a designer, but she knows this whole thing about modeling. And I think that because those three, I judged on their looks so much, Julian appeared genuinely a happy person.
Yeah, was really neutral.
He's crazy. I love him.
Wild and eccentric.
Yes. But he seems to be genuinely happy. I don't know. There's just something about him. Yeah, he's nice.
He has a really
also,
warm spirit.
He does. Yeah, he can be nasty sometimes, but it's okay. It's okay. But Tyson was really nice as well. I think he warmed up to all the girls, obviously.
He's a guy, good looking one as well.
Yeah, but he is really. He never makes you feel that he is more famous than you are.
That's nice.
Yes,
nice and humble.
Yes, very humble. Feels like you've been friends forever with him. So.
Oh, fantastic.
Yes.
Now, what was your most memorable shoot?
On the show?
There have been plenty.
There have been many.
Yeah.
I think the Niagara Falls shoot, because that's when I got eliminated.
I remember that. Memories, right?
Yes. I've been going over it again and again thinking, I should have done this, I should have done that. Yes, but sometimes it's just hard to... it's just hard to be strong sometimes.
It's challenging, but you went so far in the competition. I thought you did an amazing job. I was rooting for you.
Thank you.
From the beginning, right? Even when you left, I was rooting for Rissikat to win. I never gave up.
Thank you so
I
much.
think you did a fantastic job. Now, what was one of your most enjoyable shoots?
In the show?
Yes.
I enjoyed the doll shoot because there, you really had to develop a character. And I did develop a character. I went a bit too much, too far with it. But yeah, we had crazy costumes, crazy makeup, and the posing wasn't the whole, looking pretty and sexy. It was more about being a doll.
Yeah.
And yeah, the photographer was pretty crazy as well. So.
I can imagine. What was the photographer's name? Who was the photographer on that day?
Nick.
Yeah, that was him. That's the guy I remember. Okay. Now, after you left the competition, who did you think would win, or who were you rooting for?
I try to remember who was left in the competition.
What were the names? What was that about?
I don't actually remember now who I was rooting for. I think I said that I want Anita to win.
Oh, okay.
She was my roommate, but I like all of the girls.
They seem pleasant.
Yeah, they
do.
really all are. And I think I remember from the beginning of the competition, Letitia did stood out to me because in Dubai I shared the room with Letitia and Emma, who were both at the top two.
They were.
And yeah, she did stand out to me because she's young and she's beautiful. You know, she has an amazing body.
Oh, lovely.
And yeah, I'm sure she's doing really well right now.
So if you could rewind the hands of time, would you have done anything differently?
Yes, for sure.
A lot of
100%.
things.
A lot of things.
You've been thinking about this, haven't you?
Oh,
Ever
yes.
since you left, yeah.
When the show came out, obviously you see yourself from the side, and there's so many things I didn't realize I do, and
I can understand that. You watch it back, and
yes.
but you were just being you, and that's why people loved you. That's why the viewers were rooting for you.
I guess so, but it's more about technical things like not wearing makeup when you give an interview and things like that, because there they try to get you, you know, as raw as possible.
I see.
And that's fine, but I need to keep my guard. I can't just go all exposed.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
I
you know,
understand
they
that.
came and they filmed me with tights on my head.
Were you sleeping?
Yeah,
Oh.
like they would come in the morning.
Dear.
And you know, I'm a black girl, they cut my hair, so obviously I need to keep it down,
yes,
you know?
I know.
But people don't know that, like white girls don't do that, so...
At least you're telling them, so now they know. So if they watch
yeah,
it back,
yeah, that's why I was doing it.
But yeah, we have to tie our hair down with silk scarves and tights and everything to kind of keep it flat and in position, you know. Now you said that you auditioned for Britain Island's Next Top Model 3 years in a row.
Yeah.
Prior to when you were accepted.
Yes.
What did they say you did wrong, or what was the reason that you didn't get in those 3 times?
They don't say anything.
They don't tell you.
No
feedback.
No. They
I
just
see.
don't call you back, or they say sorry, you didn't make it.
Do you think that you know what you could have done different?
I think honestly, I don't have. I wouldn't say I'm big-headed, but sometimes people have high hopes for themselves when maybe they don't have the skills.
They
or
suck,
maybe
basically. They're wrong.
Yes. I just think that sometimes people overestimate themselves, and especially when you audition for a TV show, they want to see a personality from the get-go. They don't have that much time. They have so many girls to see. So when you're there, you really need to grab the opportunity and show yourself as much as you can. Also, I think I grew up obviously during that period, so my body has changed a little bit, and my confidence grew as well.
Of course.
Yeah, and I won Miss London, so I think that helps as well.
Throw that in there.
Yeah.
It's fantastic, simply phenomenal. Now, are you friends with any of the former contestants?
Yes, we're all friends actually.
Oh, lovely. Do you meet up?
Yes, we meet up on a regular basis.
Nice.
I speak to a few of the girls like weekly all the time. Yeah, so all friends.
Oh, lovely. Now, is modelling what you always wanted to do?
Like normally, if I want to do something, I'm doing it. Like I don't wait for the time to come or anything like that. So I decided that I want to be a model when I was maybe 11, and when I was 12, it's just a decision. My choice was a singer or a model. I wanted to be a singer, but then that didn't work out. Yeah.
You know I'm going to ask you to sing, right?
Oh no.
It didn't work out.
Make it private. So then I went into modeling when I was 12. My mom was very happy that I decided to do it because I used to walk like a dinosaur. Like my knees were always bendy, very bendy.
We've all been there.
Yes. So she said, oh, you know, that's good. She will learn how to walk, you know, become a bit more feminine, which I did probably. I don't know, but it was in Ukraine. It was in Ukraine, so it's a bit different. Modeling there, modeling here is a bit different. There, people do it more like a hobby rather than a career. So yeah, but I started then. I did some magazines, some fashion shows, just to build up my confidence.
And did it?
Yes, it did, definitely, for sure.
Fantastic. Now, since the competition, you have become fascinated with hair. Am I correct?
Yes.
The big chop.
Yes.
And I love your tresses. Your hair's absolutely
Thank
lovely.
you.
It's so bouncy and it looks so
Thanks.
fresh and so healthy. And you also have like a hair blog where you, or a vlog rather,
Yes.
where you share with us your hair journey and everything. Why are you so fascinated with hair?
You know what? Sometimes I think that I went into Britain's Next Top Model specifically for the hair.
That was
I think that was the whole thing, honestly. I was obsessed with my hair from the time I was born.
Okay.
Well, from the time I realized that I have hair and that it makes me different, or that I need to style it. And because I was growing up in Ukraine, there was no black people, there was no black hair products.
Okay.
My mom had no idea how to deal with hair like this, so it was always a struggle. And all my girlfriends had these flowy, bouncy, long hair, and I always wanted that, you know. And then I would look at Beyonce and Naomi Campbell on TV, and I would be like, oh my god, they have hair like that, and I have hair like this. What is going on? But I had no idea that there's things like wigs or weaves. I just didn't know.
Okay.
So hair was always a big part of my life. And when I went to Britain's Next Top Model, before auditioning, I decided to put my weave in, thinking that I will have more chances to get through. Yeah,
I see.
Maybe it worked. I don't know. I did get through, but then when it came to the makeover time,
They took it
they
off.
took it off.
They stripped
Yes,
you, like,
and
completely.
they decided to cut my hair, which was awful at the time, but it has definitely taught me a lesson. I think it was like a punishment for me not appreciating my hair. So now I'm
But now
in love
look
with
at it. So healthy.
Yes, it's
So
healthy, and it's not so much about hair. I think for me personally, it's more about accepting myself for 100% who I am, you know, without pretending that I'm this or that I'm that. This is me, and I feel great now. Like, I just feel myself, I feel more confident as well.
Fantastic. Now, if the competition was, say, in 2 weeks' time and you auditioned again, and you got through and they wanted to cut your hair, would you allow them to do it?
No.
You would leave the competition? Oh, well, you
Yes.
would risk your chances. Then again, they might not kick you out.
Yeah, they will not kick me out.
No, there you go.
You can negotiate, you can.
Yes.
In my case, it was a little bit extreme because no one was certain what they wanted to do with my hair, so it just went a bit downhill. But yeah, if it happened now,
You would never let them do it.
I would say they're crazy. How would you want to cut hair like
You
this?
can do so much with it.
Yeah.
It makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
So tell me more about your hair. What kind of products do you use?
You see, I'm not really. I love using products on my hair just to see how it feels and how it smells. But I'm not a product junkie. I use very basic things, like just a good conditioner, natural conditioner, oils.
Yes. Be a friend
yes.
to the oil. Be a friend to the
Shea
oil.
butter, olive oil, castor oil is my favorite. Yeah, I'm using things like that.
Okay. So that's how you maintain it, basically.
Yeah. Now I'm experimenting also, now that my hair is a bit longer, I'm doing different things like roller sets and
I've
californias.
seen these, I've seen all of these videos.
Yeah.
So now, what is your beauty regime like when it comes to makeup and pampering yourself? And
It's
all
so
that? Do you
bad.
have one, is it?
It's so bad.
Just slap some Vaseline on and leave the house. That's it, really. That's it.
Something like that. Like lately, I've been doing a horrible thing. I've been actually falling asleep with my makeup on. I know. And but I remember that I had makeup on in the morning. I just forget because generally I don't wear much makeup. Today I do, but generally I don't. I might have a little bit of foundation maybe, and that's it. Really. I don't really wear mascara or things like that.
Yeah.
So because of that, I don't know if I don't wear makeup because I don't really have makeup, or because I don't want to wear makeup. But this way or another, I don't use many products on my face.
Okay.
I've been using recently a Quanese clay mask.
Okay.
It's quite good.
White? Is the cream white by any chance?
No, it's like powdered and you add water in it and it becomes clay.
Absolutely.
Yeah, but that's been really good to my skin. And I just try to use natural products, like as natural as possible and as simple as possible.
Yeah.
Nothing.
I think that's best. I think
Yeah.
that's best.
Yeah.
So let's talk about your figure, because I love this. How do you maintain your model-esque figure?
I would love to sit here and say that I exercise every day and I'm a health freak.
Not at all.
You know, I haven't exercised for the past 3 months.
You're lying to all of us
No,
in the world.
honestly,
You're
honestly,
lying.
no. But I do keep active in general.
Okay.
I always walk at fast pace. I always walk on the escalators. I always bounce. I try to dance when I hear music. Things like that. You know.
So you make intentional decisions to do all of these things just to kind of.
Yeah. You see, I don't think it's intentional, but it's just I feel better when I'm a bit more active.
Yeah.
Like you pump up your heart rate.
Of course.
But I do exercise in general from time to time. But before I used to really work out, like really.
A lot.
Yeah, quite
Okay.
a lot. But I'm always like this. I can work out a lot for 2 months and then don't do it at all for
Right.
another 3 months and then get crazy again.
Sounds a bit like me.
Most women do that, yeah.
Okay, let's talk about modelling some more. Do you have a favourite model? It's
No.
you.
Yeah, she's in the mirror. I actually don't, you know. I appreciate the work that other models do, but I don't have a favorite model.
Okay.
And to be honest with you, I'm not really a fashion person.
Okay.
Like, I wouldn't say that I'm a fashion freak and I follow the trends. Like, if you ask me what the trends are now, I really don't know. I'm
But
just
the internet's there, you know?
Yeah.
Log on, you can find out.
Exactly. Exactly. If I need it, you know, I'll find out.
Exactly.
Otherwise, I just like to dress in the things that I feel comfortable in, or just something that feels more like me.
Okay. Okay, now what designers have you walked for? The list is endless, isn't it?
No.
It's endless.
Designers. What was the most recent one? Oh, I'm so bad with names. So horrible.
It was a fancy
Yes, it was.
a warehouse somewhere in
The last one I
Ghana.
did, it was for the boxing ball.
Okay.
Um,
Was it fun?
yes, it was fun.
Loads of fun.
It was like a ball, you know, so
Okay.
everyone were dressed in beautiful gowns, and
Lovely.
Prince Harry was there apparently.
Really?
Yes,
Oh, you didn't
Guy
see
Ritchie.
them then.
I didn't see them, but I hope they saw me on the
Of course
catwalk,
they did.
strutting my stuff. Yeah.
Doing what you do best, yeah. Now, how do people react to you when they see you out and about?
Actually, because they started to rerun the series again just recently, people started to recognize me again, and
Yes, they are.
it's so funny because obviously they watch you on TV and they feel like they know you, but then you don't know them. So when they approach you, they talk to you as if you've been
Your
friends
best friend
forever.
for
Yes,
life.
yes. And that's fine. You know, it's okay. Like I'm probably
Yeah,
I'm
you're a
not
really
like
warm person though, so it would be really easy for people to approach you.
Um,
So easy.
probably,
Really easy.
but because I'm more of a like Z-lister, not A-lister. I don't.
Z-lister.
Oh yeah, no, maybe not even that, you know. So yeah, I don't get recognized like all the time, so it doesn't really.
You're in a league of your own.
Yes.
You're everyone else.
Yes.
Now, Rissikat, would you change your journey in any way from Rissikat when you were 11 to Miss
Yeah.
London to Britain and Ireland's Next Top Model to even now?
You see, I think I would be able to answer this question in the next 10 years because I feel like I'm still
Learning and growing.
yes,
and
yes,
experiencing so much.
and especially now in this age, I feel that I'm changing a lot of my perspectives on life and how the things should be. So yes, I'm still in the process of change.
Okay. Now, I'm not sure if you've heard about this campaign, but Naomi Campbell
Yeah.
and Iman are a part of this campaign, which has been spearheaded by former model or former agent Bethan Hardison, I believe.
Oh right.
And it's about more diversity on the runway. They seem to think that there aren't enough models of other nationalities on the runway.
Yes.
They stick with maybe one certain type of model. Do you share the same kind of ideologies? Do you think
Yes,
this is true?
absolutely, yes, it's 100% true, and I know some models who are not black or other ethnicity, those who are white, they think that we're just making it up, you know, like we want attention, or, oh no, there are models, you know, there's Naomi Campbell, there's Jordan Dan, but they name just few names, when most of the models, they're not black.
I understand that.
A different ethnicity. And I think it's a lot to do with so many things, you know. It's the place where we live in, it's the society, it's the media, it's the message that designers or companies want to project to people.
Yes.
So obviously, if there is more demand, if companies see that there is more demand for ethnic girls, they put in more ethnic girls, and the situation improving very slowly. The same as for plus size girls.
Yes,
you know, there was this outcry, and now even Models One, they have a separate division for plus size girls, and they're beautiful, you know, and they're doing really well. So it's something that will change, but
over time.
With time,
Yes. Right. One designer said that not enough Afro-Caribbean models turn up to castings. Could that be the problem? Because you've been to castings.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I haven't.
Sometimes I do find myself to be the only black girl in the casting.
Okay.
But I'm thinking, did my agent send me here just
to mix it up a little bit?
Exactly. I think it works different ways. I mean, if you say to black models, upcoming models, there is this casting for this job, I can't imagine the reason why they wouldn't go.
Exactly. It makes sense.
Yes. Maybe agencies don't send them black girls. Basically, everyone just pointing fingers at each other that you don't send us black girls, you don't cast black girls. But in reality, I think it's just
they just kind of need to
just choose.
broaden their minds a little bit.
Yeah.
Accept us for who we are.
Yes. Take us.
Now, Rissikat, what does modelling mean to you?
To me, it's more of a lifestyle, to be honest with you, because for me, modeling is not that much about actual work, but it's just meeting different people, you know, even like yourself.
Thanks.
Yeah, no, it's really nice because you just never know who you might meet. And
this is true.
I find that people in this industry, they're really creative, they're very passionate, and this is the people I want to be surrounded by, you know, those who do the things that they love to do. And I love creating beautiful images. I love catwalk, so it's just really about doing what I love.
Okay. Now, so many young girls mimic supermodels, and when they see their images, whether it's in a feature or whether it's on TV, and that's because they kind of aspire to be like them. How important is it just to be yourself?
You see, I think that in today's life that we live in, and the amount of media messages that we get, it's really hard to try and not be influenced by it, especially when you're growing up and when you're trying to find yourself and to find who you are, and then you're bombarded with all these images of women that look like this. And I think it's hard. I think it's very hard to be a young girl and growing up today. Like,
I must agree.
Yes. And this is actually another topic that I'm becoming very passionate about, because I find that young girls, they grow with ideas that really shouldn't be there. You know, they focus so much on what they look like and if they're popular, if they get boyfriends, and that's really not that important at all. Like, not at that age.
No, some 10-year-old girls want a body like a supermodel, basically.
Yes,
it's crazy to me.
And they consider plastic surgeries, and it's just so much emphasis on looks instead of putting emphasis on achievements, on personality, on other things. And I think that it's all has to do with media. You know, if media was sending out different messages, it will not be like this. Yeah. So I think it's not so much for role models to learn should they be themselves openly or not, but I think it's more about girls learning to be themselves.
Absolutely.
Yes, and I think parents should try and encourage them to try and be themselves.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely. Now, if there are any aspiring young models out there, which there are loads of, thousands
Yeah.
actually.
Yes, everyone wants to model nowadays.
Exactly. What kind of advice can you give to them?
I would say that make sure that it's something that you want to do because you actually enjoy doing it, not just because you want to get your hair done or you want to, I don't know, attention. Yes, it has to be something that you really love, because in this journey it's not going to be all pretty and nice. Yes, you work with amazing people, but at the same time you work sometimes with people who are not that amazing, people that maybe give you empty promises, and so I would say you need to be probably quite mature as well and quite stable mentally.
Indeed.
Yes, because people always think that models are confident and, you know, these
That's the impression
Wonder
I
Women.
get,
Yes,
yeah.
but really when you're a model, trust me, they put you down all the time, you know.
They do.
Your body, the way you look, you always think, why didn't I get this job? Why did they choose this
Wow.
person over me? You always compare yourself to other girls. So it's not for everyone, and to be honest with you, there's many other things that you can do with your life, honestly.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, if you had the choice to choose between modelling and another career, would you still choose modelling over it?
For me, modeling, I know it's not something I will do all my life.
Okay.
I mean, I will be taking pictures all my life. If they allow me to work on a catwalk when I'm 50, I will do it.
Go for it.
Yes.
I'll be supporting you right in the front row.
But I wouldn't, I don't put, modeling is not my life, you know. It's something I do, I love doing it. But I don't see it as my purpose because there's so many more to me than my looks or
Yes.
how I look on the picture. It's just something I enjoy, but I wouldn't define myself
Okay.
by it.
Fantastic. Now, it's been an absolute pleasure hosting you, Rissikat.
Thank you.
But before you go, I want to ask you one last question. Can you teach me like a really fierce pose?
Oh.
I mean, I pose in front
okay.
of the camera, I know nothing. Let me get
Okay.
down and do it as well.
Yes.
Great! Now, Rissikat, can you teach me one really fierce pose? Just the one, because I'm not
Yes.
very flexible.
Yeah.
I might get
It's
stuck
not
or
going to
something.
be nothing like this. I think strong pose is a lot to do with the face.
Okay.
So I think it's more about your facial expression
Right.
and really working your angles.
Okay.
Normally, what suits to most people is to put your chin down and then you just put your eyes up and yes, and then if you want you can put your hands on the
Okay,
hip, but it has
okay.
to be a firm pose, you know,
Right.
not soft, not like this,
I see.
or not like this. It has to be something strong, you know. Yes, yes. And when you
You
put
do.
your chin down, it sort of sends out this mysterious
I see.
look. Yeah.
I like that a lot. Thank you so much. I'm going to practice that when I get home. Chin
Oh,
down,
yeah.
hand on the hip, all of that stuff with the eyes. It's been an absolute pleasure. Thank you so
Thank you.
much, Rissikat.
Thanks.
for this.
I feel like I want you.